So these are rockets that I've been playing with my kids with. As you can see, they're small ones. The head's missing. It's used. And there was a request from my kids to make something bigger. So this is these are rockets that have always been made from stuff that have been lying around the house. So what we did was we did go bigger. What we used was we tried a 6-inch concrete forming tube. These are really easily obtained at any box office store. They only cost a few bucks. And we just put some wings on it. This is 1/4-inch plywood. And we just filled in the gaps here. For the actual engines and back, when we weighed everything that was involved, we realized we'd need a lot of engines, so we basically used this size of engine, which you can get at your hobby shop. It's probably about the biggest that you can get. And these are Estes engines. For the tubes, it was pretty straightforward. We just got tubes like these, which again you can get at a hobby shop, and you just size them for that size of rocket that I just showed, and you cut the tubes a little bit longer than this, and you put it into the tube and you just glue it. Sand the inside of the tube because there is wax in it, so you just basically glue them on the inside, and once you've glued them on the inside, you can just use balsa wood or a good thick balsa wood and just kind of fill in all the parts around the tubes. In all, we used 10 of them just to make sure that there's enough thrust to get this rocket up. With everything in, the rocket's probably going to be about 10 pounds, 11 pounds, so you'll need a number of these engines. The other thing is that when you actually go to light these engines, if there are ones that don't light, you'll still have enough thrust with the other ones to make it work. We'll be adding other fins on top here afterwards, so there are other thin fins that need to be added. For the actual cone, we use this for the cone. So this cone is actually 3 cones. So you can just go to the dollar store. We had some extra arts and crafts stuff, so I just rolled 1 cone here. My daughter actually did that, so that was 1 cone. Then we made another cone, which is a little bit smaller, so that's where you get a nicer tapered edge. And then at the end we just use paper, so that's a very, very neat point. So when you add the 3 cones together, then you get this thing which is like 3 or 4 feet long, very tapered, very sharp. At the end, we just plugged it again with just a piece of plywood that was lying around, and we put a little hole here, this thing which will attach with the cord and eventually attach with the body of the rocket over here. We painted this with some watered down glue, my daughter did, and that will attach to the tube that's over here. So the things that remain to be done for this rocket, and I'll just give you a larger view of it. So you can see it's about 6 feet long in total, and the tube there is maybe 3 or 4 feet. So you're looking at something that's about 10 feet long in all. We've got little tabs here, which we put in, which we'll use to actually anchor it to the to a piece of 2x4 that we'll put vertical. And that's what will guide it as this thing takes off. Okay, that's it for now. Tomorrow or later, we'll be putting on these other fins on top. We'll also be anchoring in these so that they can be removed. And at some point, we'll paint the thing. Anyways, there's a few more steps to be done, but this thing is going to be ready, and at some point I'll show you how the electrical is done in order to light these in a way that they'll all be lit equally. Okay, well, thank you. Bye.